Today we're going to be checking out this Logitech YETI Orb microphone. This microphone is going to be similar to the YETI Snowball, but it's going to be made from Logitech G series, which means it's going to have a gamer twist on it. So in the box, what's going to be included is, of course, the microphone, a power cable that connects via USB-C to USB-A, and a quick start guide that will be printed onto the box. So first impressions with this microphone, it's going to be small and look very friendly. The build quality is going to be made up of different types of materials. The microphone here is going to be made up of fabric. This part is going to be made of plastic, as well as the microphone stand. Now this microphone does have some pretty cool RGB lights that give off that gamer vibe, so here's what they look like. So we're going to plug the cable into the USB slot here, and then the USB-A goes into our computer. So as you can see, there are going to be some pretty cool green RGB lights here, and then on the edge over here as well. So the idea with the lights is if you're streaming, everyone can see the Logitech logo here, but if you flip the microphone on its other side, you can see a little indicator light over here. So this microphone is super simple to use. It's just plug and play, and let's go ahead and do a microphone test so y'all can see what this thing actually sounds like. Okay, so now we're speaking on the Logitech G YETI Orb, and this is what it sounds like. Now if I go ahead and move the mic back a little bit here, because typically you may want to do that if you are using something like a keyboard with your setup, this is going to be what it sounds like. And as you can tell, the microphone is going to start to get a little quiet, and you can probably hear some of the echoey sounds. So this is what it's going to sound like. Testing 1 2 3, testing 1 2 3. Let's go ahead and actually bring the microphone closer to us with a boom arm mount so y'all can see what that sounds like. Okay, so now I have the microphone close to me, kind of hanging in the air here. It's not exactly a boom arm mount, just something I quickly rigged together, and this is what it would sound like about 1 foot away from you using the microphone. Testing 1 2 3, testing 1 2 3. And as you can see on my desk here, I do have the microphone right here. I have my keyboard and my mouse, and this is going to be kind of what it sounds like if you're using your keyboard and mouse at the same time simultaneously with the microphone. And now I want to show y'all what it sounds like when there's some background sounds happening while you're speaking on the microphone. So I'm going to play some random sounds here. So here's what it sounds like with the background sound. And now here's me speaking directly into the microphone over here about 1 foot away. Testing 1 2 3, testing 1 2 3, and this is what it sounds like with background noises pretty close to you. So as you can tell by that microphone test, this thing does not sound bad at all. I thought it was quite great. I thought this thing sounded really well, especially in close distances. And it definitely sounds good when you're using the boom arm mount as well. The only thing it didn't perform too well in was when there's surrounding sounds around you. It's not going to cancel anything out, so you're just going to have to let those sounds come into the microphone. I also wanted to show you guys what the software looks like for this microphone using the Logitech G Hub software. So once you have the Logitech G Hub software installed and plug your mic in, this is going to be what it looks like. You can go ahead and mouse over this and see the connection. We're using USB-C. So here what this does is you can make this microphone mute based on specific apps. So if you're using tools like Zoom or Microsoft Teams, then you can make this microphone mute when you press mute in the software. If we click this, what happens is you're going to be greeted with a few different options. On the left here, you're going to have your microphone settings. These are going to be samplers, and this is going to be your light settings. So on the microphone, the only thing you can do is adjust the microphone level. If you want to have all of these equalizer settings, you have to enable blue voice, and then once you do that, you can see a whole bunch of options start to show up for you. And these are basically a bunch of equalizer settings, and you can also have single cleanup over here. I'm not exactly a professional with audio, but this is kind of like what you have access to. If you know audio well, then this is going to be right up your alley. But if you don't know much on what you're doing, they do have some presets here like boom arm settings, desk settings, and a few variations for each, as you can see here. And if I click into them, it adjusts it based on your preference. And then if I go to effects, here you can make your voice sound like a bunch of different things, like an alien, a robot. You can make it sound like a fishbowl, and a whole bunch of things. And this can be really fun if you're doing streams or a bunch of video editing. Here you have samplers where you can add a bunch of different styles. You can say like hello, hooray, hoo-ha, wow, bye, a bunch of different ones here. And then you have your LIGHTSYNC, and this is going to be the little light that's glowing right here. So by default, it's going to be white, but we can go ahead and turn this to something like blue, and you can see it now turned blue. We can also make it purple, And you may not be able to see that too well over here because it's kind of light in my room. You can make it orange, green, bunch of different colors. I'll just leave it on blue by default since that's kind of the Logitech color. And you can also have some effects here like cycle between different colors, and this is going to just cycle through the color wheel. You can also have screen sampler where it detects what's on your screen and it'll change to that color. Right now my screen is blue and black, so you're going to see that the logo is also kind of more on the blue side right now. And then you can make it also change color based off of your audio as well. So this is going to be a pretty solid little orb microphone if you're looking for something for your gaming or streaming ventures. And if you're looking for something a little more serious, Logitech also released the YETI GX microphone, which is kind of like the big brother microphone compared to this orb. It's going to be more advanced, have a lot more settings. So if you want to see a review on this, then be sure to click the video up here. With that being said, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.